Future King William does not need that traitor Harry. After a series of betrayals from his own brother, Prince William isn't worried about Harry anymore. Why deal with that man-baby's tantrums when William can be friends with somebody like Mike Tindall? Hello everyone, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. One of Harry and Meghan's biggest mistakes was assuming that they are essential to anybody in the royal family. After a string of personal assaults on William and Catherine and the rest of the royal family, William reportedly has had enough. He doesn't want to speak to Harry ever again. Some people are even claiming that he hates Harry. And it looks like now Prince William is focusing on the relationships with the good, loyal people in his life. He doesn't care about Harry anymore. According to reports, Mike Tindall and William are now closer than ever. Personally, this news makes me so happy to hear because I know it hurt William when Harry betrayed him. That was his own brother. They used to be so incredibly close, and I'm sure on some level William was missing the brotherly relationship, but it sounds like he has found that relationship in Mike Tindall. According to a report in the Mail Online, Prince William and Mike Tindall are known to have a close relationship, especially since Harry and Meghan ran away to the US. The article even mentions that William doesn't have any problem when Mike pulls him in for a hug, proving that William is not averse to hugging, he's just averse to Meghan Markle, which I completely understand. Mike is also somebody who's not afraid to reveal some insider information about the royal family, but he does it in such a respectable way. He doesn't say anything that could possibly humiliate anyone in the family. For example, he likes to refer to William as One Pint Willie, which he did reveal on his podcast. But unlike the information that Harry revealed about his brother in Spare, there's nothing humiliating about William knowing that maybe he shouldn't drink a whole lot. And this information is funny to most people, but it's not something that's going to embarrass the future king. Unlike what Harry did when, for example, he revealed private information about his brother's penis. I will never get over how inappropriate that was. According to the royal biographer Ingrid Seward, who spoke with The Telegraph, Mike Tindall has that kind of sportsman camaraderie that would especially appeal to William, who was once a wild boy himself. She said, Mike gets funnier under the influence of alcohol and can be totally outrageous. William cannot do this anymore as he is too aware of his responsibilities, but he can live vicariously through Mike. Personally, I'm so glad that Mike Tindall was able to step into that role that Harry left. Harry could have been that support system for his brother. He could have been the one to entertain his brother. I mean, his brother has to follow a lot of rules. William can't really cut up and let loose like someone like Harry or Mike Tindall could. It is such a shame that Harry was so blinded by his own jealousy of his older brother that he couldn't actually develop a healthy, loving relationship with him as an adult. In the past, of course, William had his party boy years. As reported by the Daily Mail, after he graduated university in his early 20s, he was often seen stumbling out of West London nightclubs, including Bougie's, Mahiki, and Bunga Bunga. But now different rules apply to him. He is the king in waiting. He is not allowed to go out there and just live it up like he used to be. Really, it's part of growing up for everybody. You have to leave those wild party years behind. But at least he can still look to Mike Tindall to be entertained by some party boy antics. Harry could really learn a lot from Mike Tindall. Mike Tindall is somebody who has quite a checkered past. I mean, he's got 2 drunk driving convictions, and once upon a time, he was tossed out of the England squad after a night of wild partying in New Zealand. But see, he reformed, he changed himself, he grew up, he became a man, he settled down with a beautiful wife, and he's got beautiful children, and so now he's still able to be fun, but he's not irresponsible. Again, Harry could learn a lot from him. Growing up, Harry and William were also incredibly close with their cousins Zara and Peter Phillips. And now, reportedly, they all use a WhatsApp group to stay in touch. I would guess, though, Harry is not included in that WhatsApp group anymore. Mike has even talked about the WhatsApp group. He said, me, my brother, and then a few of Zara's side, like her brother Pete, and the cousins are on WhatsApp groups. I wouldn't say we're cutting edge, but it's just easier for some reason on WhatsApp. And another time he also talked about this WhatsApp group. He said, it's just what you do to try and set up get-togethers, and we are going to something that is the same. If you're going to go, we discuss things like, are you going to take the kids? Quite a lot of people have family WhatsApp groups. And this information, again, is not embarrassing or humiliating for the royal family. I just love the way that Mike seems to intuitively know how to give the public a little glimpse behind the curtain, but he does so in a way that is very respectful towards the royal family. He doesn't reveal too much information, and he really makes the royal family seem more relatable, more ordinary, more like the rest of us. This kind of publicity really is good for the royals because it gives the public a chance to feel like they know the royal family, instead of them just being these figureheads who nobody really knows anything about. We also need to remember that it is not only William who is missing out on a relationship with his brother, it's also the Wales children who are missing out on a relationship with their first cousins. But it sounds like just as Mike was able to step in and be a sort of replacement for Harry, the Tindall kids also get to spend a lot of time with the Wales kids, and they have developed a really close relationship. And we saw ample proof of that the other day on their Christmas morning walk to church. It was so lovely to see the two families being so affectionate with each other. My favorite image from that day was of sweet little Prince Louis holding hands with his second cousin Mia as they were walking to St. Mary Magdalene Church on the Norfolk estate. Oh, it was such a precious picture. You can tell that little Prince Louis absolutely adores his older cousin Mia, and you could tell that she was relishing this opportunity to play babysitter and keep him in line on the way. It's obvious that Mike Tindall also has a close relationship with the Wales children. We saw him ruffling Prince George's hair after the service, and he was giving him a big old hug. It's obvious that Mike Tindall loves playing uncle to all the Wales children, and it's a real shame that their real uncle, Prince Harry, is so disturbed and untrustworthy they can't even let him be around the children at this point. I mean, who knows what he might say? He has turned into quite the loose cannon. It looks like Mia and Princess Charlotte also have a lot in common. I think both of them love to help out. On Christmas Day, we got treated to a beautiful scene of Charlotte and Mia helping Catherine. They were taking the flowers from her as she was saying hello to all the well-wishers. I do love to see families who know how to raise children. It is obvious that William and Catherine and Zara and Mike are doing an amazing job raising their children. They're so respectful, they're so helpful. I mean, they're still children and they still act like children, but they're so well behaved out in public, and that is all because of parenting. I can't help but wonder if Harry feels any sort of regret, any sort of pain when he sees these images of his family. Everybody's so happy together, the cousins playing together. He has to realize everything he gave up when he followed Meghan Markle to California. I mean, just look at what his children could have, again, if they even existed. But I would guess if Harry feels any negative feelings, it's more anger than regret, because he still refuses to take responsibility for his role in this whole mess. William didn't do anything to betray his brother. That was all Harry. And once the trust is broken, there's really no way to get it back. As Victoria Arbiter in a Channel 5 documentary said, for William in particular, trust is everything. So when you've got a cousin that understands what it is to be a member of the royal family, but they don't have the same pressures associated with it, they can be a tower of strength and support. It's Zara's loyalty and total dedication to her family that has made her such an asset to the cousins who had to endure the negative side of royal life. Victoria also said William is quite serious by nature. He's actually quite shy. Zara is sort of the comedy cousin that you can turn to when she takes the pressure off everything. That friendship is so authentic. There are dozens of photos of William and Zara together over the years, laughing and joking. There's a time when Prince William was holding an umbrella over Zara. He's protecting her from the rain. I think he feels very protective towards her, and she feels equally protective of him. For what it's worth, Zara and Mike Tindall have not said anything publicly about Harry and Meghan's decision to step down from their roles as working royals and move to the USA. But it's pretty obvious they picked a side, and they picked the right side if you ask me. I'm glad they chose to support William and Catherine after everything Meghan and Harry did, unlike some people we know like Eugenie. Seriously though, what is wrong with Eugenie? Is she still in contact with Meghan and Harry? I don't even know, but I hope not. What is she thinking? I mean, it's pretty clear who is right and who is wrong in this whole situation. While we might not know what is going to happen to the delusional duo in the years to come, at least we know that the royal family is going to stay strong thanks to people like Zara and Mike Tindall, who are there to support the future king and queen. And really, they are such a credit to the entire royal family because of the way they live. They don't have to tell people how to live their lives, they lead by example, which is something that Harry and Meghan could really learn. All right, everybody, that's about all the time we have for now. As always, please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. What do you think of the relationship between the Wales family and the Tyndall family, especially since Meg's it? Please let me know what you think below in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like and share it with any friends or family who would appreciate it too. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.